Hi everyone, Happy New Year. I have had a really good holiday, 2 weeks of just switching off. I have played with stamps and things, but today is the day that I hop back in because we've got our new catalogue launching tomorrow and celebration. So I thought I would just do, hopefully, a short Facebook Live. I'm going to try and do one on a Monday afternoon if I can, possibly on a Friday afternoon. We'll see how things go, or perhaps a Friday morning. Perhaps twice a week. But I wanted to introduce this amazing stamp set which will be available from tomorrow called Pretty Perennials, and it also comes with some dies which are lovely. It was one of the first things I really wanted to have on my list from the new catalogue. These are the dies, some leaves and some flower outlines, and they cut out the stamps as well, which is great. So I'm just going to show you a very simple card, this one, stamped out. Now, the reason I'm using my Stamparatus is for the happy, because with black memento, it's not the same as our black archival was. When you're stamping a sentiment in black with it, you sometimes need to do it twice to really get it nice and bold. And I just used an acrylic block with this one, and it hasn't come out. Hi, Amy. Hasn't come out as bold as I would have liked it to have done. So I decided this time I will use the Stamparatus. So this is the card that we're going to be making today, and you will be amazed, I think, at how quick and easy it is. I'm just going to have I've got my cup of tea here. I was delayed by a telephone call. So I made myself a cup of Earl Grey. Haven't got any cake or biscuits. I think I'll try and leave those aside for once. So hopefully you can see okay. So we're going to do these in the bright colours. I'm just going to put these dies in a safe place so they don't get lost. So we're going to start off with Daffodil Delight. Now, probably stamping spots might be a good idea, but anyway, I'm not going to use them this time. I've got some tea on my Stamparatus. I've never done that before. So I have actually cheated a little bit. I have already positioned the happy and the large flower on the Stamparatus, but the other elements of the card I'm actually going to use acrylic blocks. And this is the great thing about Stamparatus. You can use it for some of the card and then just use your... Hi Amy, yeah, good to see you, thanks for watching, I'm glad I caught you, or you caught me, or whatever. So I'm going to start with Daffodil Delight, and I'm just going to ink up, and I always, when I'm using my Stamparatus, I'll just move the camera so you can see. Can you see that stamp set underneath it? Just move it back. I'm using my iPad so I can actually see comments as well as what I'm doing. So I'm inking it up with Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to pull it across and just put it on like that, and that's great. I'm happy, oh, except for I've got some yellow there, but hopefully I'll cover that with the hello. That was me being careless with the ink pad. This is where smaller ink stamping spots might be a help, but anyway, so that's that one. Now I'm going to do the Magenta Madness. Absolutely love this colour. I think Magenta Madness and Coastal Cabana are my favourite colours. So this is a 4-petal flower, but if you notice on the card it's come out with 8 petals, and I'll show you how. So I'm just going to stamp that like that, and then I'm going to put it like this and stamp it again. And this time actually I didn't ink it up again, so I've got a pale impression. On this one I inked it up twice, so I've got the darker one. Hi Chris, good to see you. I'm being naughty again. I know what that means, Chris. I won't say anything on a public video. Nice to see you anyway. I hope you got a cup of tea and perhaps a piece of cake. So I don't know, I think I prefer it bolder like that. So I'm actually going to, it's quite good to experiment sometimes. Just going to put that on again. Now I'm got my eyes behind my iPad, so I'm not actually looking straight over, but I think that looks better. I'm happier with that look. So let's put that away. That's all our pink done. So I'll stack that one up. And now I'm going to take my Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to stamp this one, which is a stalk for the Coastal Cabana flowers. So I'm just going to put that there, ink it up and put one, I think I might change it and put it like that. It's quite good. Once you've done one card like this, it's really good to do quite a few actually. I'm going to leave the Granny Apple Green because I will be using that in a moment. So I'm going to take my Coastal Cabana, and I might need to stand up for this one because I will need to be above it. So these berries, whatever they are, fit nicely like that. think, oh, slightly skewy, but it's because I've got the iPad in the way, so I'm kind of eyeball guessing it really. That one's better. I don't think, to be honest, anybody would notice actually. So now I'm going to take the small flower and I'm going to take Misty Moonlight, which is another of the new ink colours from this year. I'm just going to put a flower there. And it's really good with flowers to stamp some on, and now I'm going to actually do that. So I'm sort of near those yellow splotches that I put on earlier, and then 3, because you want uneven numbers really. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice uneven number. So I'm going to put the Misty Moonlight away, and I'm even going to put it back in its little slot in front of me. So now we come on to the leaves. So for the leaves we're going to use Granny Apple Green. So I'll just put the Coastal Cabana away. You're going to have all these names of these ink pads whizzing around in your heads. But anyway, so I'm going to have that one like that, and that one like that, and then, and this is how quick it is. It's a great little set, this, I love it. And that's those leaves, and then I'm going to take these little leaves and put them on. So I think I want some there, and I definitely want some here to cover up that splotch. No such thing as a mistake, just a creative opportunity. So I think that's enough actually. And now I'm going to take that large flower off there, and we're going to do the happy. Let's see how we get on with that. So I've got my Memento ink here. Might be that I need to re-ink my Memento ink pad actually, because I think I don't realise how much I use it. And then it's amazing how much ink is in some of these ink pads. So I'm just going to put that like that and just rub like that. And I'm pretty happy with that. But do you know what? Because I've got out the Stamparatus and made the effort to put the stamp on, I might as well give it another go and see if it comes out even better. Here's hoping. Okay. Oh, I just love that font. I just think it's fabulous. It's just, to me, lovely and sort of trendy. So let's see. I don't want the black Memento anymore. I could, if I wanted to, fill in the centre of the flowers with these. But what I did with this one, in fact, that's moved. It shouldn't be there. It should be on there. Is I put the dies I cut out with vellum and then put a rhinestone in the middle instead. But perhaps on this one I will actually do the centre of the flowers with the black, and then you can see what it looks like. So I've got this little one here. I'll just take that off, and I think I will do this one on there. And then I'll take the slightly bigger one, this one, and do it. Actually, this is where probably the Stamparatus would be a good idea. Again, because, so I'm just going to place that there. And I'm going to bring the Stamparatus, I'm going to take that off. I tend to just chuck my stamps anywhere, I'm terrible. And lift that up. In fact, it's come out quite clearly, but there's just a little bit at the bottom. I'd like to do a little bit more. We can so easily forget that we've got these tools, you know, and they can get put away in a box and we just forget we've got them. So it's really important to get them out and use them, I think. See, that's better. Oops, except for I've got a black smudge there, but there we go. So now I have a choice of what sentiment I can use. Oh, hi Helen, good to see you too. So, because I've altered where I put the happy, the birthday's not going to fit in. So I think I might do sending happy mail, because I really like that. I can say sending lots of happy or sending happy mail, but I think I'll do sending lots of. So I guess that's this one. Let's see. Yep, it is. So I'm going to take that one off there. I'm moving my stamps around left, right and centre. But I don't want to do it in black because that's really boring, I think, to do it in the same colour. So I'm going to get out the Magenta Madness again. probably this is the sort of card I'd send to my daughter. So this is going to be interesting because the iPad's right in the way. So this is going to be a miracle if I get this right. Let's hope for the best. Hold your breath. I usually hold my stamp there and then I lift it off. Ooh, perfect. It's always a good feeling when you stamp something right. Now, I actually added the little bit I used for the centre of that. I added as an accent there, which I quite like. So I think I might do that again, but this time I think I might do it in yellow instead of pink, just to make it slightly different, because it's always nice to ring the changes a bit. I'm going to put my Magenta Madness back, get out my Daffodil Delight, and make sure the stamp is clean, which I think it is. I'll just check, because I don't want black. So let's see, where am I going to put it? I think I'll put a little bit there. Don't want to overdo it. Perhaps one down there. And obviously we should really have a third one, shouldn't we? So perhaps I'll put a third one there. So I've left the blue flowers without anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one of our lovely rhinestones. We do actually do some black embellishments in the new catalogue, which I think I'm going to have to get those because they would be perfect with this set if you're using, whoops, see if I can get this off. There we go. I love the Take Your Pick tool for just picking up rhinestones and putting them in exactly where you want them. So I'm just going to take 3. The problem, I always tend to use the smaller rhinestones and then I get left with the bigger ones to use up. But there we go, I just have to find things to use the bigger ones with. So that's that. I'm going to move my Stamparatus out of the way. Hopefully you can still see that. I think you can just see it. Yeah, you can see it if I put it there. So this time, so this card, as you can see, was Misty Moonlight with Magenta Madness. So this time I'm going to step, this would be more like my daughter really, because she's only 25. So I think that's sort of brighter, having it on the Coastal Cabana. I really like that. So I'm just going to grab my Stampin' Seal adhesive, which is really quick and easy to use. Just make sure that's right. Got that in the right place, and then stick that on. Hopefully I'll get that in the right place. Yep, that's fine. And then make sure. This is different to the snail, so you don't actually tick it when you take it off, you just do that. With the snail you sort of ticked it off, with this one you just go up and it's fine then. Whoops, nearly put it upside down then. How many people have put their card upside down? So there we go. Now I've done that, and I had actually cut out these. I don't know if I need to put them on now. Let's see what they look like with that on as well. Sort of softens it a bit. I think I will put them on. I wanted to show you a trick actually. I don't know if you, when we've got our paper pumpkin kits or some of the card kits have these glue dots, and initially I thought they were a little bit tricky to use and all the rest of it, but do you know they're really useful for something like this. So the way I use them, if you've got some, don't chuck them out. I carefully get my Take Your Pick tool, and I carefully, hopefully it'll work on this one, take the top off first, just leaving the sticky bit underneath. And I'm going to need 2, so I'm going to do it with the other one. Again, take the top off and leave the sticky bit underneath. There we go. Then I pick up the sticky bit and just put it in the centre where I want to stick the vellum, and it won't show. And just stick it in the centre there where I want to stick the vellum, and then just take the vellum, stick it on top like that, and then so these are 2 of the dies in the set, and they're really beautiful. But I guess I will have to put another rhinestone now, won't I? In fact, I'm going to have to end up doing 5 for the odd number, so I'm going to put 1 on there. Let's move it over a bit. That's perfect, and then I'm going to put 1 on here, because I had the tiny one, so I'm using up some of the bigger ones, so that's good. There we go. So it's lots of bling on this card, because you can see the difference between 2 rhinestones. Let me just put my light up a bit so you can see a bit better. 2 rhinestones and 5 rhinestones. Sparkle, sparkle, yeah. And perhaps a bit of wing Castella would look good too, but there you go. 2 quick and easy cards done in hardly any time at all, quick and simple, using the Pretty Perennials stamp set. So I'll be doing more videos and showing you more products. I have got a Zoom meeting on Thursday. I'm going to send out the link to people who usually watch my Stampin' Chats. It's going to be a catalogue launch. It's at 7:45 Thursday evening. If anybody wants to join and isn't on the list, just send me a message and I'll give you the link. Okay, so that's it for now, folks. Take care and have a good day. Hi Tracy. Thanks. I'm glad that you like the colours. So yeah, they were fun to make. I think that one's definitely a Viva, and that probably would be more me. But anyway, fun card. So take care. Have a good day. Bye.